What's up, y'all? Knight's Edge here again for another little quick knife review. Let me go ahead and get my card out, show you the information I got here. The underscore Knights underscore Edge, that's the channel you're watching. I do knife content, sharpening videos, maybe a little bit of cut tests every now and then. I just did a short with cut tests. I don't know if it's out or not yet as of the time of this airing or not. Just trying to kind of work around, see what people are into watching as far as what I have to offer with the content. Disassemblies, did a couple of those. If you would like a good disassembly, go to another channel. But if you want a disassembly where I don't edit anything out, definitely look at mine. It'll tell you what not to do. Anyway, if you like the video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, really help out a lot. I appreciate it. And I'm also on Instagram and TikTok and email. All that is down in the description below if you want to check it out. I really appreciate it. I'll go ahead and put that up. This is the Kizer Junges buoy. So I'm not quite sure how to pronounce the name on that. Junges. I don't know if it's Junges, Junges. I'm not 100% sure, so I'm just going to say Junges and apologize in advance if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I very well could be. So this is, I got this little knife off of Amazon a couple years ago, actually. It's been in my collection for a little bit. I always thought it was really cool because it's got this super aggressive dip buoy shape to it, right? It looks like it should be a much larger knife, like a big fixed blade. But it's like a miniature version of like the old school looking buoy knife kind of to me. So I thought it was really cool. And I was pretty pleasantly surprised with it after getting it in hand. It's not really that bad of a little knife overall. So before I get into the weeds too much here, I'll go ahead and do size comparisons, measurements, all that good stuff. So the tape measure out. Overall, from the tip of the blade to the end of the handle, you're looking at just over 7 1/8 right there. If you look at the blade, total blade length right at 3 3/8, maybe just a hair over. If you go all the way to the handle down there, and looking at the cutting edge, you're looking at right under 3 1/8, 3 1/16, I can call it, pretty close. So pretty impressive cutting edge for such a shorter knife, I think, personally. Go ahead and get the calipers out, do a measurement on that. Blade stock thickness, if you're looking at the thickest part of the spine, 120 thousandths, 121 thousandths. So right around 120 thousandths on the thickest part of the spine. If you're looking at kind of around the edge on the belly, 26.5 thousandths there, 26 thousandths there. So not an incredibly thick knife. It's got a nice hollow grind on it. Goes down to a pretty decent edge, I think. And before I put this up, like I always do, let me go ahead and do the handle thickness, 0.44 of an inch. That's not bad at all. It's not really a factor in everyday carry. I don't think it's not too thick. It's not too thin. So that's not bad at all, in my opinion. So we'll go ahead and get out size comparisons. Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Try to put it up pivot to pivot. And Spyderco Para 3. So if you look at it, it's more along the size overall of the Para 3, right? Overall length of the knife. But if you look at the cutting edge, which is really a pretty cool little thing about this knife, it's not far off. The Paramilitary 2's got it beat a little bit, but it's not far off from the Paramilitary 2, which is what I would consider more like a full-size knife. And this is a smaller than full-size knife on this channel. It's what I consider like a kind of like a medium. It's not a small knife. It's just smaller than what I would consider full-size, right? And everybody's got their own variation of that. Everybody, you know, depends on hand size, depends on preference, all that stuff. But that's just what I consider it as far as sizes go. So looking at, you got the Doug Ritter Hogue RSK MK1 larger knife, and the Hogue Deca, which is a little bit smaller than that, more along the lines of the size of the Hogue Deca. And let's see, we'll do two more. We got the Kubi Titius. That is pivot to pivot on that. Much bigger knife there in the Kubi. And here is a Civivi Vision FG. A little closer to the Vision FG, but the Vision FG's got it beat overall length. But with that cutting edge, not really about the same as the Vision FG. So not bad at all. Like I said, the blade to handle ratio on this thing's pretty good, I think. And we'll go ahead and get out the scale here. Get a weight on this bad boy. 3.3 ounces. That's not bad at all. 3.3 ounces. Pretty good. Especially considering how much cutting edge you're getting. You know, it's not all the way equal to the ounce and inch ratio, but it's just a hair over, and it's not really bad at all. 3.3 ounces is not really a factor in the pocket to me anyway. Go ahead and get out the old blue jeans here. Put it in there. Now, one thing I don't like about this is that pocket clip, the screws aren't recessed, so when you put it in here, it does have a habit of kind of snagging your jeans. All right, but that's about how much you got sticking out. It's not bad at all. It's not incredibly noticeable one way or the other. Not an all the way deep carry, but a pretty deep carry. Put the blue jeans up. Go ahead and get the hardware checker bits out here. So, got a captive pivot. That's a good thing. This is a T8. T8. All right. So, pivot's a T8. And I think the body screws are T6. Let me double check that. Yeah, T6 on that. T6 on that. Pocket clip, T6 as well. So, not too bad. Minimal hardware on it, which is a good thing. Right. So, even though you're dealing with those T6s, which tend to strip out a little bit, you kind of don't have to deal with many of them, right? So that's good. And the captive pivot's another good thing. All right, so we went over all the specs and everything, size comparisons, all that. Overall, I would say that the Kizer Junges was kind of like a hidden gem. It's got really good. I have I guess average hands. I'll wear a large size glove. Don't really wear an extra large size glove. Mainly a large size glove is what I wear in most glove sizes. So I'd say I have like an average hand, I guess. So right behind the flipper, choked up like that. That's not bad at all. Got a 4-finger grip, barely a 4-finger grip on it, right? But 4-finger grip. Now choked up, you can't really choke up on this thing. This flipper tab gets all in the way. That's not really a good thing, but they do give you a little jimping up top, and it's really comfortable, and it feels pretty locked in, choked back like this. That's pretty much how you're going to grip the knife, you know. And I mean, you can pinch grip it. Pretty good little pinch grip. Super narrow tip, man. That thing's crazy how narrow that thing gets. How pointy it gets. It's a really pointy little knife. It surprised the heck out of me. Really nice little blue pivot collar there. I think that kind of added a touch. This is brown micarta. Feels really nice. Really grippy substance. They have it in G10 and other color micartas also, but I got it in the brown micarta, and I thought it was pretty good looking. Satin finish on the blade. N690 is a steel. See right there, N690. N690, from what I gather out of it, is similar to VG10 or a little bit better than 440C. So not like a banger of a steel, really. When this knife came out, it probably was for in that territory, which is around $50 or so is what this thing costs. not that bad of an option. But nowadays you can get, you know, not LC200. You can get 14C 28N and other steels in better, you know, better steels for the price than N690. But N690 also not really terribly bad. It's not like a 7CR or 8CR or something like that. I would consider N690 not too bad. It strops up pretty well, and you know, you can sharpen it back up fairly well. So fit and finish overall, the action on this thing really nice. Thumb stud flick it. You can use the flipper tab to open it. Looks like that's like kind of like the primary means of deployment. Thumb studs are pretty comfortable on it. You don't get your thumb caught on it, but also it is a liner lock, so that's the thing. That's not bad to me. Liner locks, you know, there's a lot better options nowadays, but liner locks never really let me down. Plus, they're easy to disassemble. Feels good in the hand, good ergonomics. I would consider this a pretty good little knife overall. So the fact that it's discontinued kind of sucks. I wish that it wasn't, but you might be able to find it on the secondary somewhere. I don't know. But anyway, Kizer Junges, really super cool little buoy shaped knife. Really neat option. And I think that's about it. So this has been another Knight's Edge video. And like I said at the beginning, I really appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate everybody that's liked the videos and subscribed to the channel. It helps out so much, more than you know. And thank you all for your comments, advice, suggestions. Everybody in this community has been so great to me. I really appreciate it. And definitely looking forward to kind of expanding and doing more, like getting into lives and getting into you know, a lot of other stuff with the community. So really excited about it, and I really appreciate everybody's input, and I appreciate all you new viewers too. And until the next time, you guys have a good day, and I'll see you later.